Did you know Russia is home to a seal that lives over 3,000 kilometers from the nearest ocean? Or that there's a Russian city where temperatures can drop to 71 degrees Fahrenheit? These are just 2 of the 9 shocking facts about Russia we're about to reveal. Get ready to see this vast nation in a whole new light. Number 1. Lake Baikal. As we dive into Russia's hidden wonders, imagine a place where ocean life thrives hundreds of miles from the sea. What if I told you that deep in the heart of Siberia, there's a marvel of nature that defies explanation? Welcome to Lake Baikal, a freshwater giant that holds more secrets than meets the eye. Lake Baikal is no ordinary body of water. It's the world's deepest and oldest freshwater lake, containing an astounding 20% of the planet's unfrozen freshwater. To put that into perspective, if all the water from Lake Baikal were spread evenly across the Earth's surface, it would cover the entire globe with a 20-centimeter deep layer. But the lake's true wonder lies not just in its size, but in what lies within its icy depths. Nestled in the harsh Siberian environment, where winter temperatures can plummet to 40 degrees from the sea, Lake Baikal is home to a creature that seems impossibly out of place. The Nerpa, a unique freshwater seal species found nowhere else on Earth. The existence of the Nerpa in Lake Baikal challenges our understanding of mammal adaptation and evolution. How did these marine mammals end up in a freshwater lake, hundreds of miles from the nearest ocean? Scientists believe their ancestors may have swum up rivers from the Arctic during a prehistoric warm period, eventually becoming trapped in the lake as the climate cooled. Number 2. Oymyakon. From Baikal's icy depths, we journey to a place where even the air seems to freeze. Imagine a town where mercury thermometers are useless, and residents have to warm the ground for days just to bury their dead. This is the reality in Oymyakon, the coldest, permanently inhabited place on Earth. Nestled in the heart of Siberia, Oymyakon holds a chilling record. In 1926, this remote village recorded a bone-chilling temperature of 74 degrees, 156 degrees, making it the coldest inhabited place on the planet. But life in Oymyakon isn't just about breaking records. It's a daily battle against the elements. For 9 months of the year, Oymyakon's residents face winter conditions that most of us can hardly fathom. Temperatures regularly plummet to 50 degrees or 58 degrees, creating unique challenges that shape every aspect of daily life. Cars cannot be turned off, as restarting them in such extreme cold becomes nearly impossible. The simple act of stepping outside can lead to frozen eyelashes, a stark reminder of nature's unforgiving grip. Yet, the people of Oymyakon have adapted to this harsh environment with remarkable resilience. Take, for instance, the Yushka hat tradition. This isn't just a fashion statement, it's a testament to human endurance. Following a historical military practice, residents wear these sheepskin and fur hats with the ear flaps up unless temperatures drop below 2 degrees. It's a small act of defiance against the cold, symbolizing the strength of the human spirit. Number 3. Lake Karachay. While Oymyakon's residents face extreme cold, another Russian location poses a different kind of danger. What if simply standing near a lake for an hour could end your life? In the Ural Mountains, there's a body of water so toxic it defies belief. Welcome to Lake Karachay, often referred to as the most polluted place on Earth. Lake Karachay's deadly reputation stems from its dark history as a dumping ground for radioactive waste. During the Soviet era, the Mayak Production Association, a nuclear weapons facility, disposed of hazardous materials directly into the lake. By the 1990s, Lake Karachay had accumulated a staggering 120 million curies of radioactivity, creating an environmental disaster of unimaginable proportions. The contamination levels in Lake Karachay are so extreme that standing near its shores for just 1 hour can deliver a lethal dose of radiation. This makes it one of the most dangerous places on the planet, where invisible threats lurk in every ripple and wave. The lake's pollution has had far-reaching consequences, affecting local ecosystems and posing significant risks to nearby populations. In an attempt to mitigate this environmental catastrophe, Russian authorities have taken drastic measures. Parts of Lake Karachay have been filled with concrete, aiming to contain the radioactive contamination. However, despite these efforts, the danger persists, serving as a stark reminder of the long-lasting impact of nuclear waste mismanagement. Number 4. Russian energy market. As we leave behind the contaminated shores of Lake Karachay, another Russian resource looms large on the global stage. What if I told you that one country could bring Europe's industries to a standstill with a single decision? Russia's control over energy supplies isn't just about keeping homes warm. It's a powerful geopolitical weapon that influences world events in ways you might never have imagined. Russia's role in the global energy market is staggering. It supplies nearly 1/3 of the European Union's crude oil and over 40% of its natural gas. In 2024, Russia ranked as the third largest oil producer globally, following only the United States and Saudi Arabia, with an average daily oil production of 10.5 million barrels. This energy dominance has far-reaching implications. Russia's ability to influence prices and supplies in the global oil industry affects international relations and economic stability. European nations find themselves in a complex dance, balancing their energy needs with geopolitical tensions. The reliance on Russian energy has created intricate political dynamics within Europe, where countries must navigate their dependence alongside diplomatic challenges. Recent years have seen increasing challenges and controversy surrounding Russia's energy exports. Tensions with Europe and efforts by European nations to diversify their energy sources have put pressure on this long-standing relationship. Despite these challenges, Russia's energy exports remain crucial for its economy and serve as a strategic tool in international diplomacy. Number 5. Peter the Great's beard. From pipelines to whiskers? Russia's history of using resources to influence behavior goes back centuries. Did you know there was once a tax on beards in Russia? This unusual law transformed the face of Russian society, literally. What motivated this bizarre policy, and how did Russians react? Welcome to 18th century Russia, where facial hair became a luxury item. In 1698, Tsar Peter the Great introduced a beard tax as part of his grand plan to modernize the country. Inspired by his travels in Europe, Peter sought to Europeanize Russian appearances, challenging traditional customs that had long defined Russian identity. The beard tax wasn't just a frivolous whim, it was a calculated move to reshape society. All men, from nobles to farmers, were required to pay this tax, with higher rates imposed on the upper classes. Those who paid received a token or medal as proof of payment, which they had to carry at all times. Officials conducted inspections to ensure compliance, and those who failed to pay faced fines and penalties. This unusual tax sparked significant cultural conflict. The Orthodox Church, viewing beards as a sign of piety, strongly opposed the measure. Many Russians saw their facial hair as a symbol of masculinity and religious devotion, making the tax not just a financial burden, but a challenge to their very identity. Number 6. Hermitage Museum, cats. While Peter the Great's reforms challenged Russian traditions, another iconic institution found an unexpected way to preserve its heritage. What if I told you that one of Russia's most prestigious museums employs a staff of furry, four-legged guardians? The Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg houses not just priceless artworks, but also a secret weapon against unwanted intruders. And it's not what you might expect. Welcome to the Hermitage Museum, where approximately 70 cats roam the halls, protecting priceless artifacts from pesky rodents. This unique tradition dates back to the 18th century when Empress Elizabeth, daughter of Peter the Great, introduced cats to the Winter Palace to control the rat population. Today, these feline employees continue their ancestral duty, safeguarding the museum's vast collection of art and historical treasures. These cats aren't your average strays. They're well cared for, with a dedicated team and veterinarian ensuring their health and well-being. Each spring, the museum celebrates Hermitage Cat Day, inviting the public to meet these beloved guardians. It's a testament to their importance in the museum's identity and operations. Number 7. Russian New Year traditions. From feline museum guardians to nationwide double celebrations, Russia's cultural landscape is full of surprises. Did you know that Russians have the unique opportunity to toast to the new year twice each January? This isn't just about having an excuse for extra parties. It's a fascinating blend of history, tradition, and modern life that sets Russia apart on the global stage. Welcome to Russia's double New Year celebration, a tradition that reflects the country's complex relationship with its past and present. On January 1st, the Russians joined the rest of the world in welcoming the new year according to the Gregorian calendar. But the festivities don't end there. Just 2 weeks later, on January 14th, many Russians celebrate again with the Old New Year, based on the Julian calendar. This unusual custom traces its roots back to the 18th century, when Peter the Great reformed Russia's calendar system. While the country officially adopted the Western Gregorian calendar, many cultural and religious practices continued to follow the Julian calendar. The result? A unique blend of old and new, allowing Russians to embrace both their historical traditions and modern global practices. Number 8. Matryoshka dolls. While Russians cherish their unique traditions, some beloved symbols have surprising origins. What if we told you that one of Russia's most iconic cultural artifacts isn't as Russian as you might think? The story behind the famous Matryoshka dolls reveals an unexpected twist that challenges our assumptions about cultural authenticity. Matryoshka dolls, with their distinctive nested design, are recognized worldwide as quintessential Russian souvenirs. These colorful wooden figures, typically depicting traditionally dressed women, have become profound symbols of Russian culture. However, their origins trace back to an unexpected source: Japan. In the late 19th century, Russian artists were inspired by Japanese nesting dolls, representing the 7 gods of luck, particularly Fukuro. Russian artist V.A. Sisoev took this concept and adapted it, infusing it with unique Russian elements. The result was the first Matryoshka doll, a creation that would go on to capture the imagination of people around the world. Each set of Matryoshka dolls typically contains 5 to 12 dolls that fit perfectly inside one another. Beyond their artistic appeal, these dolls carry deep symbolic meaning. They represent motherhood and fertility, embodying the essence of a woman carrying generations within her. Number 9. Yuri Gagarin. From nesting dolls to nesting spacecraft, Russia's innovations have left their mark on the world. Did you know that the first person to see our planet from space was Russian? The story of this historic flight and its aftermath might surprise you. On April 12, 1961, Yuri Gagarin became the first human to journey into outer space, orbiting the Earth aboard the Vostok 1 spacecraft. His 108-minute flight was a monumental achievement that changed the course of history. However, the mission was initially shrouded in secrecy, with Soviet authorities tightly controlling information about Gagarin's groundbreaking voyage. Gagarin's successful mission was a significant victory for the Soviet Union during the Cold War and space race. It showcased the USSR's technological capabilities and became a source of immense national pride. The image of a Russian cosmonaut floating above the Earth symbolized not just a personal triumph, but a nation's leap into the future of space exploration. The impact of Gagarin's flight extended far beyond the borders of the Soviet Union. His achievement inspired a generation of scientists, engineers, and dreamers worldwide. Gagarin himself became an international celebrity, celebrated in countries around the globe for his courage and pioneering spirit.